So after 2 days spending here at this beautiful lake, the Sea of Tajikistan, we're now heading back to Kyrgyzstan and then making our way to Osh. See you there.
Unbeknownst to us, we had accidentally overstayed our 45-day visa by 18 days due to a miscommunication at the consulate in Tashkent, Uzbekistan, where we'd got our visa. This meant we needed to return to Dushanbe, 8 hours south from the border that we were trying to exit at, in order to apply for an emergency exit visa. It was Thursday night, so we needed to be at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs first thing the next morning. So here we are, driving through the night, on mountain passes in the dark, through the tunnels of death, and finally into an eerie Dushanbe.
Just going this horrible tunnel. Smoggy and I can't see anything. So that's just the car headlights just at the front.
Unfortunately, we didn't really film much in Dushanbe. One, we were quite stressed trying to get everything sorted because we had Dan's mum flying into Kyrgyzstan the following Tuesday. But also, there was a bit of a weird feeling. We didn't really feel comfortable filming much. So, we're going to explain what happened.
After driving through the night and entering Dushanbe, we managed to find an overland camp spot outside Hotel Tajikistan, which we stayed for one night. And then the next morning we woke up at 7 o'clock to get to the consulate. So the consulate opened at 8 o'clock, so we got there bright and early at 7:30 in the morning on Friday. And we got there, the consulate was actually only open until 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so it wasn't open for very long, only open Mondays and Fridays.
Was it 11 o'clock and then we opened 1 till 3?
Anyway, back to the story. We enter the consulate and they tell us that we need these specific documents to be able to get an emergency visa, exit visa. We go across the road to a tiny little office that's just one door in a building.
The size of someone's pantry, more like tiny.
Where these three ladies were, and they were doing all these paperwork. So they managed to get all of our paperwork sorted. We head back to the consulate and they said that we need to pay for this thing. So we, in a tiny little hole in the wall in the consulate, there is a little bank, and that's where we ended up paying all of our fines, which happened to be $400 worth of fines because we overstayed by 2 weeks. And then after that, we managed to get all of our paperwork in before 1 o'clock, and everything's fine and dandy, so what we think.
There's only one guy in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs that was on the desk that could speak English. He was really, really helpful. It was a really good system. It was all, you get a number, the number is called, you go to the desk that will help you with whatever. So they were really, really good. Handed our passports in, and we were told to return on Monday at 3 p.m. and our passports would be ready.
So after all of the paperwork handing in, we thought everything was fine and great. And we ended up going for lunch after that. After we had lunch, we started heading back to the truck, in which we found that we couldn't actually go back to the truck. The whole city had been shut down by the police and the secret service of some sort. Realising that what was going on in the city was a Commonwealth, ex-Soviet Commonwealth, essentially a garden party. So Putin was in town and all the Commonwealth leaders. And where we'd parked was exactly where the meeting was happening. So they wouldn't let us go to our truck. After that, we sort of looked at each other and decided that we'll go for a coffee and then wait 3 hours and head back to the truck. Eventually they let us back to the truck. And then after that we head to a hostel.
We decided, after it took us so long to even cross one road where we could see the truck was parked across the road, we just couldn't get to it. We decided we'll get as far out of the city as possible and we'll stay in a hostel and we'll just relax, recover, we'll sort everything out. So we went and stayed in a hostel on the edge of Dushanbe. and basically didn't really do much because everything seemed to be closed. All the roads would be closed for an unknown amount of time because there was a possibility that somebody in this political group may want to drive down that road at any time. Also, any of the roads that were closed, all the businesses on the side of the road were also closed, and pedestrians weren't allowed to go down that road. So not only did we feel quite trapped in the country, we also felt quite trapped in the city. It wasn't a particularly nice feeling. We did meet a few other overlanders and a few other backpackers that were travelling. They also had the same experience. However, we'd been in Dushanbe a week before and had a really lovely time. Just wrong time to visit the city. So come Monday morning, we decided we would head to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs again, just to double check that they had everything that they needed for us to be able to pick up our passports that afternoon. So we got our ticket, we sat down, and we were suddenly, before speaking to anybody, pulled into a separate room and told that we were going to have a meeting with the head of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which was quite daunting. This chap comes in, he starts explaining to us about how we've overstayed our visas, how did we not know this, and then the conversation turned quite nicely that he was just asking if there was anything that they could improve. The visa system is all still quite new for Tajikistan, with having an e-visa and a physical visa, so he just wanted to make sure that the process for anybody in the future was better. He reassured us that at 3 p.m. we could pick our passports up, and we did, and we rushed back up to the border, hoping to cross the next day because we thought that that border was only open daylight hours. Luckily, when we got to the border at midnight on the Monday, the border was open, the border guards recognised us, and within 15 minutes we were out. We were in Kyrgyzstan and we found a lovely little wild camp, and we ended up making it back to Osh the following day, ready to pick up Sally the next morning. We are back in Kyrgyzstan! Oh, she's creaky.
So we're back in Osh now, and I'm in the car bazaar looking for some oil. Annoyingly, I've got 1 4 litre of liquid olive oil. I'm looking for another one, so good luck finding it. Osh Bazaar used to be centred in the centre of Osh, and this used to be it. But a couple of years ago, the mayor decided that he wanted to move the bazaar 1 kilometre out of the city. So we visited that yesterday, and now we're here to visit the old bazaar, which now is just a bit of wreckage and rubble.
There's a man in a wheelchair pushing another man in a wheelchair over there.
After our Tajikistan expedition, we now need to start heading towards China. This is the part where Millie flies home for a wedding, and my mother comes out and joins me for the China part of the trip. So here we are, the first day going towards China. We come from Osh, we're heading to Saritash, and we are going to stay at Saritash tonight. We've just done this 2,384 metre pass heading towards Saritash. Amazing! Made it to Saritash. We're staying at a guest house tonight because it's freezing. Part of the truck. Guest house is here. Pamir Mountains over there. So we'll see you in the morning. The very next day, we met up with Travel Genes, a brother and sister combo, travelling in a van around Europe and the Stands. We go to Lenin Peak together. Just stopped at Lenin Peak Base Camp, which is one of the tallest mountains in Kyrgyzstan, I believe. Lenin Peak, which is just there right behind us. And we've just come here to Lake. This lake also just it. We are 3,300 metres above sea level. Thanks again for watching another episode of Dusty Tracks Overland. In our next episode, we enter China and explore the unforgiving and mysterious land of other overlanders.